Most traders quit right before they would have started getting good, not because they are lazy, not because they are stupid, not because they do not have the talent. They quit because they mistake the ugly middle for failure. They think, I am still struggling, so I must not be improving. They think, if I was becoming profitable, I would feel confident all the time. They think, if I was getting better, I would already be making a lot of money. And that is the trap. Because the truth is, becoming a profitable trader does not always look like more money at first. Sometimes it looks like less chaos. Sometimes it looks like fewer trades. Sometimes it looks like a red day where you somehow still feel proud. Sometimes it looks like walking away from the screen and feeling weirdly calm. So in this video, I am going to give you 5 signs that you are actually becoming a profitable trader, even if your account does not fully show it yet. And I need you to stay until the end, because sign number 5 is the one most traders ignore, and it is usually the clearest signal that someone is about to separate from the crowd. If you have been stuck in that frustrating phase where you are better than before, but not yet where you want to be, this video is for you. Let me start with a story. There is a phase almost every serious trader goes through. It is the phase where you stop being a complete beginner, but you are not yet consistent. You know enough to see your own mistakes in real time, which is honestly one of the most painful stages of learning anything. You take a bad trade, and while you are taking it, a voice in your head is already saying, you know this is not your setup. You move your stop loss and immediately think, why am I doing this again? You revenge trade, and you can almost watch yourself self-destruct from outside your body. That phase feels terrible, but hidden inside that frustration is progress. Because the first sign you are becoming a profitable trader is not that you stop making mistakes. It is that you start seeing your mistakes clearly and faster. That sounds small, but it is huge. In the beginning, traders lose money and blame everything except themselves. The market is manipulated, the strategy is bad, the exchange is bad, the signal group is bad, the news ruined everything. They lose and feel confused. A trader who is improving still loses sometimes, but now the loss teaches them something. They can say, that was not my setup, or I sized too big, or I took that because I was bored, not because it was high quality. They start seeing cause and effect. And the faster that awareness happens, the faster growth happens. The beginner makes a mistake on Monday and realizes it on Friday. The improving trader makes the same mistake and realizes it 5 minutes later. The profitable trader feels the urge before the mistake happens and does not take the trade at all. That is the evolution. So if you have been feeling frustrated because you notice your bad habits more than ever, do not automatically assume you are getting worse. It might mean you are finally becoming aware enough to change. Now here is where people get this wrong. Awareness alone does not make you profitable. It just opens the door. You still have to build behavior around it. And that leads to sign number 2, which is where things start to get very real. Sign number 2 is that you care more about execution than outcomes. This is one of the biggest mindset shifts in trading, and it is invisible from the outside. At the beginner stage, every day is judged by profit and loss. Green day equals good day. Red day equals bad day. That sounds logical, but it traps you, because now your emotions are attached to outcomes you cannot fully control. A trader who is becoming profitable starts asking a different question at the end of the session. Not, did I make money, but did I follow my process? And if that sounds boring, good. Boring is what profitability starts to feel like. Let me paint you a scene. 2 traders both end the day red. The first trader is angry, restless, and confused. He took 6 trades, chased 2 moves, moved his stop loss once, and doubled size after a loss because he wanted to get it back. He ends the day down and says, I just had bad luck. The second trader is also red but calm. She took 2 trades. Both matched her setup. Both had proper risk. Both lost. She logs them, reviews them, and goes for a walk. From the outside, both traders lost money, but only one of them is actually becoming profitable. That is the part most people miss. A professional-looking red day is more valuable than a gambler's green day, because one builds a repeatable process and the other builds addiction. So if you have started having days where you lose money but still feel proud because you followed your rules, that is not weakness. That is a major sign of growth. And this connects to sign number 3, which is where your entire identity as a trader starts changing. Sign number 3 is that you take fewer trades, but your trades make more sense. This one is massive, and it is one of the clearest differences between beginners and traders who are turning the corner. Beginners think progress means more action, more charts, more entries, more screen time, more trades. They treat trading like a hustle contest. But as traders improve, something strange happens. Their trade count often goes down, not because they are less ambitious, because they are less impulsive. They stop trying to force the market to entertain them. They stop needing to be in every move. They stop confusing movement with opportunity. And when this shift starts happening, your whole relationship with the market changes. You stop waking up asking, "What can I trade today?" and start asking, "Is there actually anything worth trading today?" That one change saves accounts. I know traders who took 20 trades a day and felt busy and committed. They were exhausted, emotional, and inconsistent. Then they cut it down to 2 or 3 high-quality attempts, and suddenly their results improved, not because they found a new secret strategy, but because they stopped bleeding money in bad spots. And here's the thing that makes this sign so powerful. Fewer trades usually means you are getting better at saying no. And in trading, saying no is a skill that pays more than saying yes. Saying no to a trade that almost looks good. Saying no to a setup after a loss because you know you are emotional. Saying no to boredom. Saying no to the urge to make the day back. Saying no to the move that already left without you. Every profitable trader looks disciplined when they enter. The real discipline is everything they refuse to click. So if your trade count is dropping and your entries feel more intentional, more planned, more structured, that is a real sign you are improving, even if the money has not exploded yet. Now let me open a loop here because there is a dangerous misunderstanding that can happen at this stage. Some traders here take fewer trades and become passive, fearful, or hesitant. They stop executing good setups because they are scared, and they call it discipline. That is not what we are talking about. We are talking about selectivity, not avoidance. We are talking about quality, not fear. And sign number 4 helps you tell the difference. Sign number 4 is that losses hurt less, but they teach more. This is where your emotional maturity as a trader starts becoming obvious. At the beginner stage, every loss feels personal. It feels like failure. It feels like proof that you are not good enough. One loss can ruin the day. 2 losses can ruin the week. A losing streak can make you question everything. But as you improve, losses start changing shape. They still sting. You are still human. But they stop controlling you. You stop treating a loss like a judgment of your identity and start treating it like information. You begin to ask better questions. Was this a valid trade? Was my risk correct? Did I follow the plan? Was the loss just part of the system, or did I create it by breaking rules? That is a massive upgrade, because when losses become information instead of trauma, you finally become coachable by your own data. Let me give you an example. A beginner takes a loss and says, "This strategy sucks." An improving trader takes a loss and says, "That was my setup, I would take it again." A profitable trader takes a loss and says, "That was my setup, I executed correctly, and I know over a series of trades this is still positive." Next. That level of emotional detachment is not cold. It is trained. And this is why so many people quit too early. They think feeling less emotional means they are losing passion. In reality, it usually means they are gaining control. Now, I want to be very clear here because this point matters. If losses do not hurt at all, that can also be a problem. It might mean you are numb, careless, or not taking trading seriously. The goal is not to feel nothing. The goal is to feel the loss without letting it hijack your next decision. That is the difference. And if you have noticed that you recover faster after losses, that you do not spiral as hard, that you can end a red day without trying to force a miracle comeback. You are not falling behind. You are leveling up. Now we get to sign number 5. And this one is my favorite because it is subtle, it is unglamorous, and it is usually the sign that someone is genuinely close to consistency. Sign number 5 is that your trading starts getting boring in the right way. This is the point where a lot of traders panic. They think, why does this feel less exciting? Why do I not get that rush anymore? Am I losing my edge? No. You are probably losing your addiction to randomness. Beginners are addicted to stimulation. They love the rush of entering, the excitement of a fast move, the emotional roller coaster, the story, the drama, the feeling that anything can happen. But profitable trading is not built on drama, it is built on repetition. Repetition is boring. Same setup, same risk, same process, same review, over and over and over again. And that boring feeling is exactly what most traders are running from when they overtrade. They do not just want profit, they want emotional stimulation. That is why they sabotage themselves. Calm feels unfamiliar, chaos feels like action. So when trading starts feeling quieter, simpler, less dramatic, that can be one of the strongest signs you are moving toward profitability. You are no longer trying to be entertained by the market. You are trying to execute, and execution is repetitive. Let me tell you something most people never hear from the traders they admire online. The real day-to-day life of a solid trader does not look cinematic. It looks like waiting. It looks like passing on trades. It looks like journaling. It looks like closing the laptop. It looks like taking 1 or 2 good trades and walking away. It looks like long stretches of nothing and short moments of action. That is not sexy, but it is profitable. So if your trading feels less chaotic than before, if your sessions are less dramatic, if you are less obsessed with every candle and more focused on your process, that is not a warning sign. That is a progress sign. Now let us tie all 5 signs together because there is a bigger story here. Becoming a profitable trader is not one breakthrough moment where everything suddenly clicks and you never struggle again. It is usually a slow identity shift. You become more aware. You care more about execution. You trade less but better. You handle losses like data. You stop needing drama. And for a while, this phase can be deeply confusing because your account balance may not fully reflect it yet. You are improving internally before the results become obvious externally. That is normal. Think about training in the gym. You do not look in the mirror after 3 sessions and expect a complete transformation. But you may notice your form is better, your breathing is better, your recovery is better, your consistency is better. Those are the early signs before the visual proof catches up. Trading is the same, except harder, because your score is attached to money, and money makes emotions louder. Now I want to give you some real practical advice, so this video is not just feel-good psychology. If you recognize even 2 or 3 of these signs in yourself, do not celebrate by sizing up immediately. That is a classic mistake. Early progress creates overconfidence, and overconfidence destroys consistency. Instead, do this. Keep your size the same for a little longer than your ego wants. Let your process stabilize. Let your habits become automatic. Let your confidence come from repetition, not from one good week. Start tracking these signs directly in your journal, not just profit and loss. Actually track behavior. Did I see my mistakes in real time? Did I follow my execution rules? How many unnecessary trades did I avoid? How did I respond to losses? Did I trade for process or for stimulation? This kind of tracking is powerful because it keeps you focused on the things that actually create profitability. And one more thing, because this matters more than most people realize. Do not compare your Chapter 3 to someone else's Chapter 20. You are seeing your own messy process from the inside and comparing it to someone else's polished results from the outside. That comparison will make you feel behind even when you are improving fast. Judge yourself by the quality of your decisions, not by how impressive your latest trade looks. If your decisions are improving, your future results are already changing, even if your account has not fully caught up yet. So let me close this with something I wish more traders understood. You do not become profitable the day you have your biggest win. You become profitable the day your behavior starts looking like a profitable trader, even on ordinary days, even on red days, even when nobody is watching. That is the real shift. So if you have been feeling frustrated, stuck, or confused because you are not where you want to be yet, ask yourself this instead. Are you noticing mistakes faster? Are you judging yourself less by daily profit and more by execution? Are you taking fewer but better trades? Are your losses becoming lessons instead of meltdowns? Is your trading becoming boring in a clean, repeatable way? If the answer is yes, even partly, then you are probably much closer than you think. And that is exactly why most traders quit too early. Do not be one of them. Keep building the habits, keep protecting your process, keep getting boring in the right way, because profitable trading usually does not arrive with fireworks. It arrives quietly, disguised as discipline. And if you want to continue to improve as a trader, make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss future videos. Thanks for watching.